Oh my goodness, it's time to clean another record, and we're going to do a review for you today with a product that we have never used. Todd, the Vinyl Junkie. This is the Vinyl-Zyme Gold Extra Strength. We just have a little sample bottle here, obviously. But I was attracted to this because, although it doesn't list the ingredients, and most record cleaning fluids do not, they went to great lengths to say that this is non-toxic and that the enzymatic formula in there is all natural. So I'm a big fan of an enzymatic soak. We're going to follow their directions to the T, and we'll show you a picture of the dirt and the groove before and after the process, and let's decide together whether it's a good record cleaning fluid or not. For the record, look at this one. This is obviously a Pat Metheny album from 1980. Why they called it 8081, I'm not entirely sure. It was recorded in 1980. I have not heard this. This is a yard sale find, probably less than $1. But I tend to like ECM albums of the late 70s and very early 80s. Some of the mid-80s stuff can get a little schlocky, but some great players here. I haven't heard this record yet, but I can definitely recommend Metheny and Charlie Hayden and DeJohnette. I mean, come on, these are top cats. Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff. Well, maybe we'll let you know after we clean it and listen to it. All right, I think they're ready. Let's go clean this record. So there is a real Todd. Todd is a real person. His name is Todd Green. He owns a retail and online high-end audio store outside of Bozeman, Montana. I checked out his website. It really looks kind of cool, and they sell used gear, which I think is neat. He did not invent this particular formula, but bought the rights to it and has been selling it under the Todd the Vinyl Junkie name for many years. I think his store has been there for over 20 years. So if you're in that area, you know, fly fishing is what you do in Bozeman, Montana. Check it out. Do want to mention that we are going to try the extra strength formula first. They also make a regular strength, which is basically twice the amount of distilled water, half the strength. But the recommendation, the first time you're cleaning a record, is to go with the extra strength and then use the regular for periodic touch-ups, if you will. They also make a concentrated formula. So if you like this, I would go with that and just simply mix it with distilled water. Pretty straightforward recommendation here. They don't recommend a second water rinse, which I would normally do. But for testing the new product, we're going to follow the manufacturer's directions. As with most enzymatic formulas, they do recommend that it sit and soak for a while. They recommend only 60 seconds. Normally, I would let it go 4 or 5 minutes. But again, we'll just do the 60 seconds, and then we'll give it a bit of a scrub and bring it off. Take a look with the electronic microscope at what dirt remains in the groove and give it a listen, and then we'll talk about it. All right, let's get to it. Let's clean this record. We'll let that sit for 60 seconds per the manufacturer's recommendations.
Can I use my dancing kitty?
No. Do, 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 do. Watch the dancing kitty. Feels weird not to do a pure water rinse, but we're following the directions.
Let's go 62 seconds, just to get crazy.
That's why you're not in charge. Right there. Right there. Let's take a closer look.
Okay.
All right, fellas, here's our final thoughts. And for the record, Todd the Vinyl Junkie, I would not recommend this product if you were going to use it per the manufacturer's instructions. It really is better suited as an enzymatic pre-soak. Enzymes on records that have organic material, any protein stuck to them, it's a good thing. Here's the way I like to think about it. Imagine you're going to plant yourself a nice little garden, but there's some scrub brush trees growing in it. You don't want to just cut down those trees. You're going to be left with a bunch of stumps in the way, right? You want to remove those stumps. Well, that's kind of what an enzymatic formula does when you have protein on the surface of the vinyl. It doesn't just get the pieces that are stuck to the protein, it helps loosen the proteins beneath it. That's why I like an enzymatic soaking as a pre-soak before a proper cleaning. If you're going to use Todd the Vinyl Junkie, that's how I would recommend to use it. And also, I wouldn't soak it for just 60 seconds. I think you can go upwards of 5 minutes and be absolutely fine. There's no alcohol in this product, by the way, nor is there in AIVS's enzymatic solution, which we like very much. But following their instructions, I heard lots of pops and clicks. I could see with the naked eye some of the fingerprints that were on there to begin with remained. What did you see under the microscope?
Definitely some organic material as well as dirt in the groove, and I think longer on the soak makes sense.
Yeah, this just needed a proper cleaning after that soak. So if you think of it in that manner, I think I would recommend it. And it's inexpensive, particularly if you buy their concentrate and mix it up. You can mix up a gallon of that stuff for just pennies. So something to keep in mind. Okay, how about the music? Well, I can't recommend this one. This really didn't do it for me. Really 3 reasons. Instantly, it sounded dated. If you'd have put this on and not told me what it was, it sounds like ECM from the 80s. I'm not really crazy about that era personally. Secondly, Pat Metheny's guitar, lots of acoustic, very delicate, close-mic'd acoustic guitars. I think there was a 12-string being, humming and strumming in the background, next to bombastic drums and hard-blown sax. It just didn't seem to gel properly. And then the third reason, the one that really kind of made me crazy, was Mike Brecker, who's a hell of a saxophonist. He's trying to get out there. He's playing some spicy chords, some really interesting harmonies, while the rest of the band is just sort of plodding along as straight ahead as could be. It just didn't work for me. So sorry if you're a Pat Metheny fan. I have some other records of his I like quite a bit, but this one just didn't do it for me. So, all right, fellas, we'll see you at the next record. Yeah, this one's going in the for sale pile.